everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Blessing Ebietoma, and in today's video I'll be teaching you how to make this beautiful simple dress. If this is something you are interested in, keep watching. We're making use of this fabric. This is a 2 yards of vintage fabric. If you are a size 8 or 10, 2 yards should be enough, but if not, 3 yards should be perfect for you. First of all, I folded the fabric into 4, and then I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement. Divide your shoulder measurement by 2. Mine is 15. I divided it by 2 and I'm marking 7.5, and I came down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. We'll be cutting the sleeve and the dress together. It's a continuous sleeve. It's a cut together sleeve. So I'll come down by my armhole depth. Your armhole depth is your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. That should give you your armhole depth. It won't be necessary here, but I'm just marking it so I will know my shoulder measurement. So I hope you can see it because the chalk is not that visible. So the next thing that I want to do is to mark my bust measurement. That part where you came down by your armhole depth, put your tape there, divide your bust into 4, add the measurement you got, add your ease allowance. I added 1.5 inch for ease, then I added extra 1.5 inch for the seam allowance. Then now I came down by my half length. My half length is 16.5. So you are going to mark your half length first of all, and then you are going to come down by 9 inch for your hip line. So go ahead to mark your half length, and then you come down by 9 inch for your hip line. So that's where you will take your hip measurement. My hip is 40. 40 divided by 4 will give me 10. I'm marking 1.5 inch for ease and 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Next, I'm going to mark my waist measurement. Your waist divided by 4, then your ease allowance, and then your sewing allowance. So this depends on what you want. I didn't want my dress to be too big, so that's why I used 1.5 inch for ease. So if you like how it's looking, then you definitely want to use the same measurement I used for like the ease and then the extra allowance. So for emphasis sake, I'm just repeating what I have done before because I want the chalk to be visible. So I just marked my hip measurement, marked 1.5 inch for ease, and then mark my sewing allowance. Then I'm going to mark my waist measurement again. Where you have your half length, you mark your waist measurement, then your bust measurement, then the ease allowance. Then now I'm going to use my ruler to connect the lines together. So you go ahead to do the same thing. So you are going to connect the bust to the waist, then the waist to the hip, then the hip you are going to connect it to the end of the fabric, just like so. Can you see what I'm doing? The waist connect, the bust connect it to the waist connect to the hip, and then the hip connects to the end of the dress, just like so, using a slanted line. I had to change the chalk so it's going to be more visible, but that one, just like that one, was not even worst. So now to get the sleeve, first of all, we are going to determine the neckline. I wanted the neck to be wide but not too wide, so I used 5 inch for the width of the neckline. 5 inches for the width of the neckline. Then I'm going to come down for the depth. I'll be using 1 inch for the depth. So just go ahead to mark your 5 inch and then your 1 inch, and then you're going to connect it. You connect the 1 inch to the 5 inch like so. So because we are cutting on the fabric, usually if you are cutting on your pattern paper, you are going to come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope. Then when you are transferring it to your fabric, you are going to add ½ inch extra. That is, you will add ½ inch to your fabric for stitching allowance. But because we are cutting on our fabric, we will be using ½ inch for the shoulder slope instead of the 1 inch. And then can you see the measurements? The bust measurement, the ease allowance, and then the seam allowance. So now it's time to cut out the fabric. I'll first of all cut the neck just like you've seen, and then I'll go ahead to cut the shoulder slope. Then to determine my sleeve, I'm just coming down by 10 inch. I'll mark the 10 inch and I will connect it to the bust like so. That's it. It's very, very simple. Mark the 10 inch. If you are using 10 inch, if 10 inch is enough for your sleeve, that is the width of your sleeve. So I just came down by 10, as you can see. Then you will just connect it to your bust, just making sure that it is not very, very sharp. Connect it using a curve, just like so. Can you see? I'm using my free hand, so just use your free hand and connect it to your bust, and that's all. You can first of all go ahead to mark a straight line, so you will get the sleeve accurately. Then you will use a curve to connect it to your bust measurement, just like so. Then go ahead to cut it out once you are satisfied with the curve you have around your armhole. So there you have it. It's this simple. We are done with the cutting, and now it's time to sew it. I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to cut the fabric we'll be using for the belt hole. So this fabric here, I'm just going to fold it and cut these two pieces together to give me a belt hole. We'll be attaching it to this part of the dress. So you just take your pieces together, and then you are going to fold it and get the material you'll be using for the belt hole. By the time I was done sewing this particular dress, I did not have enough material for the rope, and that is because I've used this fabric before. I've used the upper part and the lower part of this fabric before to make a particular design, because it has like 3 patterns. So that is why I'm using the exact length. That's the remaining length we have, but the width of the fabric is 2 yards. The width of the fabric is 2 yards. So if you are using a 2 yards fabric, the one that you've not cut out before, then you should have enough material for your rope. But because I've used the upper part and the lower part of this fabric for a particular design before, that is why I have a fabric this short. I think the fabric is about 35 inches long, but the width is 2 yards. So now it's time to sew this dress. The first thing we need to do is to sew the end of the dress, which is the hem line. So I'm just going to fold it like so. Finish. Just fold it into, just like how you are saying now. Fold it and then take it to the sewing machine and then stitch the front and the back. I've gone ahead to stitch the hem of the dress. As you can see, it looks beautiful. When you are done stitching the end of your dress, make sure you press it flat so it is going to sit perfectly. After working on the end of the dress, now I'm going to work on the neckline. I'll be using this bias tape to work on the neckline. So I'll just spin it around the neckline first, and then I'll take it to the sewing machine to stitch. So if I sew the first line, can you see I'm just going to notch it and trim off the excesses. When I'm done notching and trimming off the excesses, I'll take it to the sewing machine to flip the bias to the wrong side. So you place the bias to the right side, then when you are done, you flip it to the wrong side like so. And for me, I didn't want the big bias line, so I did not stitch at the end of the bias. If you notice that the neckline was not as big as bias tape, so can you see I just stitched about 1/4 of an inch, then I left the remaining space of the bias. That's what I was showing you here in that video. I did not stitch the end of the bias. If not, I would have gotten like a 1 inch or ½ inch wide stitch. So after that, you go ahead to press it. The next thing we want to do is to create the channels for the rope using these pieces we cut out. This is about 1 inch. I didn't measure it, but I know it's about 1 inch. So I'm just going to sew it like so. I'll sew a straight line, and then now I've gone ahead to sew a straight line. The next thing you want to do is to trim off the excesses, and then you turn it to the other side using, if you have a broom, you have a safety pin, but I'm going to be using this screwdriver to push it to the right side. When I turn it to the right side, I'm going to press it flat, and then I'll be using it to create my channel for rope. So now the next thing you want to do is to measure your waistline, but this time around I'm marking 15. I didn't come down by 16. My half length is 16. I marked 15, then I came down by 1 inch. So the first rope channel will be on the 15 inches. The second one will be on the 16 inches, because those are the places I want to be snatched. I want to snatch that part of the dress, and the rope is about 4 inches long. So when you fold it into two, it is about 2 inches. I hope you understand. But if you fold it into two, it is about 2 inches, but it is 4 inches long. So I'll mark 15 inches again, and then from that 15 inches I will come down by 1. My half length originally is 16 and a half, so 15 inches and 16 inches is a perfect spot to snatch my waist. So can you see the rope is about 2 inches on fold is about 2 inches. So I'm just going to pin it to those spots that we've marked out, then I'm going to stitch on it. I've gone ahead to stitch on it, and next thing we want to do is to join the shoulder together. We will be using 1/2 inch to join the shoulder together. The 1/2 inch we left, we did not come down by 1 inch shoulder, so we came down by 1/2 inches. You'll be using the 1/2 inch to join the sleeve and the neckline. So you're going to do the same thing for both sides. I've gone ahead to stitch it, and this is how it's looking. Then the next thing you want to do is to fold the sleeve. But before that, make sure you press it flat. The next thing I want to do is to fold the sleeve. I'll be folding it with 1/2 inch. I'm using 1/2 inch to fold it. I did not take measurements of the sleeve length because I wanted to use the whole of the fabric for the sleeve length. The 2 yards, that's what we made use of. So the next thing you want to do after folding the sleeve is to shape the dress together. I'm using 1 inch to shape this dress together. So I'm just going to mark 1 inch all the way from the sleeve to the end of the dress, and then I've gone ahead to shape the dress. And this is the outcome of the dress. Can you see how beautiful it's looking? Very simple. I made this dress in less than an hour, and it came out very, very beautiful. If you want to make this dress, I would advise that you go for a colorful fabric, because that was what contributed to the beauty of this dress. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.